Hello everyone, welcome back to Massa Military. Before we get started, please like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Images and videos showing the destruction of Russian S-300 and S-400 air defense systems by the Ukrainian military have appeared on the internet again. According to the Telegram channel Astra, the attack occurred on June 2nd, and the destroyed S-300 and S-400 air defense system was in the Korochad district of the Belgorod region. Such news is now all too familiar to be even worth mentioning anymore. Although the reports of the Russian Ministry of Defense often mention the destruction of various guided bombs, rockets, ground attack missiles, and even harm anti-radiation missiles launched by the Ukrainian army, attempting to demonstrate that Russian-made air defense systems outperform the various Western air defense systems in the Ukrainian arsenal, still a large number of images and videos show a different story, that even the most advanced S-400 air defense system of the Russian army actually underperforms when facing attacks from various Western weapons by the Ukrainian army. What exactly happened in these incidents? We don't know for sure, but what can be confirmed is that S-400 air defense systems detected incoming missiles before being destroyed. For example, when facing attacks from American-made ATACMS, tactical ballistic missiles, the S-400 air defense system can at least obtain a 2-minute warning, which should be enough time for the S-400 air defense system to launch multiple interceptor missiles. And indeed, the S-400 air defense system did so. Unfortunately, ATACMS still destroyed the S-400 air defense system. So far, we are still waiting for the Russian Ministry of Defense's explanation of why the advanced S-400 air defense system's performance in actual combat has been so disappointing. In comparison, before the outbreak of the war, Russia claimed that various advanced weapons could penetrate NATO's air defense network, including the Iskander-M ballistic missile, the Kinzhal air-launched ballistic missile, and the Zircon hypersonic missile. However, it did not demonstrate the breakthrough capabilities as advertised. Objectively speaking, before these Russian missile systems saw actual combat, both Ukraine and its supporters were highly concerned. But when the Patriot air defense system shot down these Russian missiles, those concerns immediately vanished. Some internet users don't believe the Ukrainian Ministry of Defense's announcement of downing missiles, claiming that the related photos and videos released by the Ukrainian Ministry of Defense are all fabricated. How do we explain these phenomena? The Russian military no longer or rarely uses ballistic missiles and hypersonic missiles to attack areas in Ukraine protected by the Patriot and the SAM-T air defense systems, such as Kyiv and Lviv. Instead, they only use drones flying at low altitudes and subsonic cruise missiles to attack there. The Ukrainian army continues to attack Russian air defense systems with various Western weapons, especially long-range air defense systems like the S-400. Not only destroying these expensive assets of the Russian army, but also disrupting the Russian air defense network to prepare for the entry of the F-16 fighter jets. The Economist reported that the Ukrainian army is effectively destroying Russian military targets in Crimea with weapons such as ATACMS and Storm Shadow cruise missiles. As the former commander of U.S. Army Europe, Ben Hodges said, "Make Crimea unsuitable for Russian military occupation." Some other analysts hold similar views, including British strategist Lawrence Friedman and former consultant to the German Ministry of Defense Nico Lange. They believe that Crimea is a weakness for Russia, especially politically. Occupying Crimea is one of Russian President Putin's most significant political assets, which Russia cannot abandon under any circumstances. Moreover, Crimea is still an unsinkable aircraft carrier and is critical for controlling southern Ukraine, preventing the export of Ukrainian staple commodities, and is critical to the Russian military operations in the Donbas region to the extent that the Russian military provides air defense protection for Crimea. However, it turns out that the Russian military is now unable to prevent the Ukrainian army's long-range attacks on Crimea. The attacks have even expelled the main force of the Black Sea Fleet from Crimea, and deploying more air defense systems to Crimea will only weaken the Russian air defense in the front lines and other vital areas, and lead to a boost in Ukrainian army's achievements. Continued attacks on Russian military targets in Crimea are the correct strategic move for the Ukrainian forces. Crimea has become a harrowing place for the Kremlin. Russia cannot abandon it, but must accept continuous losses to continue to hold it. The destroyed long-range air defense systems and radar stations are among the most precious assets of the Russian military, and Russia cannot quickly replenish them. As for the Crimean bridge, it has now lost its military transport capability. The Ukrainian army now has a variety of weapons that can destroy it, including those provided by Western aid and those domestically produced in Ukraine. Well, that's all for today. Please like, subscribe, and support Massa Military. See you next time.